someone to jump in. Shit. And we are live, man. EJ Boxer live here with Dan, the man boxing. He was the one who broke the news in our
I'm
group.
back. Yeah, I'm in a bad area. I'm back. Yeah,
All right,
I'm back.
cool. So, all right, we're live though. Yeah, all right, nice one, Dan. In a bit. Yeah, Dan, the man was the one who broke the news and saying that Usyk dropped the belt, saying he give them a present. AJ and Daniel Dubois a present. Um, and that's what's on social media. And the press conference is tomorrow in a couple of hours, in a couple of hours now, 1 or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. We'll know that officially that Daniel Dubois will be facing. Sorry, Anthony Joshua will be facing Daniel Dubois, Triple D, AJ, Anthony Joshua, dangerous Daniel Dubois will be facing Anthony Joshua. Boy, they know each other, man. They've sparred many times, man. I think this is a comfortable fight for AJ. Um, I think he's fairly confident about beating Daniel, and I think everyone else is fairly confident. I think for Daniel, I think it's the right fight for him. It's a very a fight that he's earned the right to fight him, man. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, but Frank has done a really good job of putting him in fights and just kept the kid busy. And his earnings, what? He's earned a lot of money. He seemed like he's got a good team around him, and it's the right time for him. Anthony Joshua's comfortable. Everyone's talking about him and Ben Davis look comfortable, and this is another guy that Anthony Joshua's familiar with, so it shouldn't be a problem as far as anyone's concerned. That Anthony Joshua should come out with the win, but Daniel's fought in his last three opponents, fought better, in my opinion, better opponents. So let's look at AJ's last three opponents. Anthony Joshua fought Robert Helenius, he fought Otto Wallin, and he fought Francis Ngannou. Compared to Daniel, last three opponents, Alexander Usyk, Big Baby Jerome Miller, and Philip Hergovich. Anyone could tell you that seems like a much harder route for guys to fight. Now, granted, Big Baby Miller was coming off a long layoff, but he took the fight shortly. And Daniel was active, but Daniel just lost against Usyk. So it was like a 50-50, you know what I mean? And then he overachieved that and stopped Big Baby Miller, the first guy to do that. The Usyk fight, he came of age. Most people didn't think him good. Well, he's the first guy to floor Usyk, and most people argue it's up to now. Should that be counted as a knockdown? It's debatable. So his performances have been good in his last three. And then you got the Philip Hergovich. Most people say, "Boy," but the thing is, he was fighting a top tier guy. It's hard to miss and look good against a top tier guy. And as you can see, in that fight there, what's his name again? Daniel overcome a lot to get that win. You know what I mean? He overcome a lot to get that win, in my opinion. And that, to me, them opponents are better. And then no excuse for Philip Hergovich. He wasn't active. He was another one wasn't active. He just said the rankings ain't fought, and he fought who he fought. He fought a rubbish opponent in his last opponent. He was fighting. He fought terrible opponents coming up to that. Where Daniel was doing all the heavy lifting. And again, look, in his fourth fight, he's fighting top tier. So he's earning the right to fight Anthony Joshua. Is Anthony Joshua ready for this? This is going to be a hard fight. It's going to be a hard, real fight for Anthony Joshua. And if anyone thinks he's going to knock out Daniel Dubois early, it's not. Daniel Dubois can take punches. He took a lot of punches from Usyk. And it wasn't like he'd been knocked out. He took a knee. He didn't get knocked out on the floor. And even with Joe Joyce, he never got knocked out on the floor either. Most people said he quit against Usyk and he quit against Joe Joyce. But there's reasons for that. But boy, he's overcome a lot of adversity. He's got a lot of experience. But if he starts getting hit, he was getting hit by bloody Hergovich. Hergovich's got a good right hand. He was bombing on him. And Daniel took all that and still came back for it. So he looked like it's not a good way to fight boxing, but it looked like Hergovich can punch, man. If Hergovich had Anthony Joshua, I don't know how Anthony Joshua's legs might have spread onto him. And Hergovich's got a pretty good knockout percentage as well. Big man. and he said he used to school Daniel in sparring. So um, I like Daniel's chances in the fight. I like the way he's come on, and he looked like to me he looked like he'd want to fight Andy Josh, but Andy Josh it's a mindset for him. What Andy Josh is turning up. He's turning up to not take Daniel seriously. Is he going to be working hard? He's going to think I know this guy already. I know exactly how he is. And when Joshua knows you and he's comfortable and well, he thinks he knows him anyway, he'll just look to unleash. But like I said to you, like if he doesn't go nowhere, Joshua, you're going to find yourself in a hard fight. Right? I'm telling you. You're going to find yourself in a hard fight if Daniel can take your wave of attacks. Yeah, you're going to find yourself in a real hard fight, mate. Most betting odds you're going to see Daniel late, Joshua early. But it depends what tactics they do. If Joshua comes in with a good tactics, I think I come on a respectful tactics, come to outbox Daniel. Yeah, don't try and knock him out. Just let him walk onto shots and just outbox him. Don't try and knock him out. If the knockout comes, take it. But I wouldn't go looking for it. I wouldn't go looking for it. I wouldn't personally. I think in most tactics that's how you have to be. But like as a stamina thing. How long can Joshua keep doing that? He doesn't really fight in that way. Joshua actually fights to knock you out. So for me saying that, that's not the way he fights. I mean, he did fight that way against what's the guy's name? Against Andy Ruiz. But he just stayed out. He's just stayed out of danger. I think you're going to use this. You could use them tactics in this against him as well. I think. I think you want to do that with Daniel as well, man. In my opinion, you don't want to be standing there trying to go toe to toe with him, man. You know what I'm trying to say? I think chin for chin. I think Daniel's got a good chin actually. I think he's got a fairly good chin. Yeah, he's been knocked down, but I think he's got a fairly good chin. I was expecting other people to come in. I haven't been live for a while, by the way, for a long while. Let me see what everyone's saying in the chat. Well, YouTube is actually not really active. I've actually got live amateur fights, and I haven't really been uploading any live streams of note. So the channel's kind of like it's nothing really to get up for. But this one here, this is I know both of them, but I don't really know Daniel too well. I just met him a couple of times. Quite doesn't really spoke. I saw one of his training sessions with John Charles. I went down to visit him one time. He's a good guy. And Joshua's a private guy as well. They're both private guys, sensitive men. And let's go about their business, get paid, and go live their lives, man. This is a great fight for the capital. We couldn't get Tyson Fury. This is the next best guy to come in. And you're fighting for an IBF belt. And the winner will be next in line for Fury Usyk. How that go? I think Usyk, if he fights Fury, I can see him vacating the belt. I can't see him holding on to the belt. So there's nothing else to achieve. The fact that the IBF belt is gone, he's let it go and didn't fight for it. Regardless of what Daniel said, Dan the man said, didn't fight for it. It's the way. Like you could have paid money, like Klitschko did to keep the belt. All you got to pay step aside money to your opponent, and also you pay the sanctioning fees to the IBF. That's exactly what you do if you want to keep onto the belt. And Usyk wasn't willing to do that. So no, I ain't doing that. Why would I do that? Even though he's earning all that money, he wasn't willing to do that. But I'm glad in the way he's vacated the belt because it frees up. It makes the other heavyweights get busy and they can fight. I remember the same situation between Vladimir Klitschko. IBF belt was vacated, and Charles Martin and Glashkov fought for it. They fought for the vacant belt because Glashkov was the number one in line. And I think Charles Martin was like number 5, or the next in line after that, and that was the IBF belt. And Glashkov got beat by Charles Martin, and then Joshua fought Charles Martin and beat him. Stopped him in I think the first or second round, something like that. I remember that whole build-up, and everyone was thinking, "Oh, Joshua's too early. It's too early for the fight." But listen, going into that fight, no one had as much experience as Daniel. A lot of the people, I'm telling you, they're going against him. They're not going to pick him. They think, "Oh, look where he fought." Like me, I look at him differently. I look at him. He tried to prove to himself he can take a punch. from a top contender, and he can take a lick. And this is a guy, as pointed out, that he used to get the better of him in sparring, and I think Joshua feels the same way. So he's taking the fight, and I don't think they're really understanding what kind of guy is in there. This is a guy who's earned the trade, who's built himself up. This is not a guy who's a little kid before. This is a guy who's in his prime, he's young. He's almost like 10 years younger than Joshua, and he's in his prime, man. He's coming into his prime, coming into his own. It's not to say, yeah, he's gonna get hit, but Joshua's gonna get hit as well. And Joshua has been hit for a while, bro. He hasn't been hit like that for a while. Daniel can hit, man. But Joshua shows some real moxie. To be fair, he gets up and he'll get up on the floor and come back if he's not done. So Daniel showed that as well. So it's gonna be a real brutal fight. Two big guys fighting for the fight. It's a shame we didn't get that Wilder fight. Wilder could hang around. Maybe Wilder hang around. Maybe Wilder can get a shot at Daniel or get a shot at like Anthony Joshua. Eddie Hearn keeps blocking that fight. I'll tell you what though, Daniel will be an active champion if he gets the belt though. He won't be one of them guys that won't fight these guys, you know what I mean? I think Frank's done a really good matchmaking. And kudos credit to Daniel. Credit to Daniel, I think credit to the dad. Changing teams. Mr. Bashir was a part of the team. Don Charles, credit to him and his team. They're getting Daniel he's a workhorse, man. He's busy, he's got fights, he's busy, he's fighting top contender after top contender, man. Bloody hell. Hergovich, Davey Miller, Usyk, now Joshua. Bloody hell, it's good. It's good. And he's getting paid. Most people think he's gonna end up in the A&E. That's the hospital, the local hospital around here. I don't think so. Joshua, yeah, like I said, he's all confident now. His confidence is good. He's gonna be overly. He's gonna be whatever in German terms, uber confidence. Like super confident in this fight. It's like I know this kid. Like he's not beating me. I think this if Joshua comes in with more, but Joshua doesn't really underestimate anyway. He does sometimes though. You know what I mean? For a vacant belt. I'm sure Joshua's like, I've got this. I've got this. You know what I mean? Hergovich can hit him, but I can hit harder than Hergovich. It's not that. It's not that. Like, because you can hit him and like Hergovich was hitting him, and he'll allow you to hit him, but bro, it's when he's coming back at you, bro. You know what I mean? Because he can come. He's not gonna let you just get shots off him and not come back, and that's where I feel what Joshua's gonna be in it, bro. You know what I mean? He's gonna be in it. He's gonna be right in the war with that kid. I mean, the kid can come. He's gonna be on it. Listen, bro. Anyway, all right, listen. Dana Man is not here. I was expecting him to come in, but this is gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a hard fight for Joshua. If he's come through it, he will deserve it. You know what I mean? Okay. But Wembley Stadium, I might have to buy my ticket, man. I might have to buy my ticket for this one, bro. The ticket, £200 ticket, front row, just to be in the atmosphere. It should be good. Matchroom Queensbury putting on a masterclass, and I'm sure they're gonna do a 5 as well. You know what I mean? It's gonna be cold out. September's quite cold out. I got amateur boxing going on. So yeah, listen, it's a great fight for the UK fans. Great fight for world boxing, and may the best man win. I'm EJ Boxing live here. I'm gonna bounce because Dana Man ain't come back in. You guys, hope if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and that's my prediction. I believe that it's going to be a great fight, and may the best man win. Take care. Peace.